Good morning everyone. My name is Victoria and this is Veritas Tarot. I live on the coast in England and I have been very blessed for the last couple of years to be on a spiritual journey. During this time I've done lots of readings for friends and family, and I'm now stepping out of my comfort zone and doing readings now for the general collective. This is with the belief that at the right time the person or persons who are meant to see this reading and resonate with it will do so in divine timing when spirit guides them here. I do love to read for love, obviously love for another, but most importantly love for oneself, because you can't pour from an empty cup, hence cup of tea tarot. And also in England, if you need advice or you're feeling a bit mizzy, or you just want to hang out with friends, having a cup of tea, there's nothing that a good cup of tea can't solve. And today we're going to have a cup of tea with Spirit and see what messages they'd like to give us. I launched my channel very recently and I'm also on Instagram and Facebook, and my website is veritastarot.com. I am taking personal readings, so please do check that out on the website, or contact me on the email which will be shown below. And you can see I'll be offering a little introductory rate for that. And if you do like this video, I would be very grateful if you would like to subscribe and share. I'm planning on doing these Sunday morning cup of tea tarots going forward weekly, and I'm also looking to do rainbow readings for chakra cleansing, which is very important. So let's move on with the reading, Virgo. I'm using the Celtic cross today, that little bit of Celtic in me, and I will be clarifying if I need to with the Everyday Witch Tarot. I have blessed, shuffled and been guided to pull 7 cards for you, which I've been doing for all of the cup of tea tarots. So I'm going to go through the cards one by one. The first is your present state of mind, where you are right now, and you have the 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Swords is very much about knowing which direction you want to take. And it can be a bit of a battle, I might say battle, but a conflict maybe between your subconscious mind, which is the very still calm waters here, and your conscious mind, which sometimes is where all the fears and everything step in. But you're very determined and you're being guided by that light that's drawing you forward. Now, what I am noticing that there are 3 swords in this card behind the lady here. So it does speak to me about some form of heartache has started to transform you in terms of you're looking at your life and what makes you happy. So that is your present state of mind. What's in your past is the 6 of Cauldrons, another 6. Now, this is representative of the 6 of Cups in the traditional tarot, and it does talk about a soulmate, a very strong soulmate bond, and it can also talk about reconciliation. What I'm seeing here is something maybe may have happened in the autumn, but I'm also seeing that there are 3 cups separately, and this man here is also giving this girl a gift. So what I'm feeling is that there may have been a third party involved, and that's what caused this heartache. But I want to tell you something with this. You know, whenever a soulmate comes into our life, they are being guided, they are given to us by God, by the universe as a gift. And it is for us to evolve our souls and to learn and transform. And sometimes we've been conditioned, because we're only human, we've been conditioned by behaviours our entire life. And so a soulmate is brought in to help us, to trigger us, to understand what those conditioned behaviours are, and to step out of that fear-based environment we have in our head, and to step forward and look from our soul, from our heart. So I do feel that this soulmate gave you that gift of transformation and starting on this journey. Because what's underneath you, which is the kind of the core driver and what's moving you forward, is the Rebirth card. And this is a very beautiful card because you can see here you're being guided by Spirit. They're right there with you, applauding you on, cheering you on, showing you the way. And you're going through this transformation. And one of the lovely things I love to see in this card is this straight river. And I always say, if you take your oars out, which are just your fears and anxieties, and you stop trying to control things, and just go with the flow. As I say, let go, let God. Go with the flow and see what happens. Be guided by Spirit and be patient. This here is telling me things happen in their timing that they should happen. But it's a very beautiful card to go through, and I'm very happy to see that here. And Spirit is also saying, well done, darling, because it isn't an easy journey, but it is the most extraordinary journey and full of surprises and delights, as I like to say, and blessings along the way. So that's what's guiding you, pushing you forward. In your near future, you have the 7 of Cauldrons or the 7 of Cups. It's very different from the normal tarot here. And what I've been drawn to is that he is looking at this one cup that has the true love in. The other 6 cups, and we've already had a lot of 6s here in the reading, represent for me, I'm being told that these are all of the cycles that you have gone through, the lessons that you've learned, everything you have done up until now, you've been guided by Spirit. And it's about flipping it and saying, rather than why did this happen to me, why has this happened for me? I go back to every relationship we're given is for order for our souls to evolve and grow. So I think this is in your near future. So you're still going through this healing stage. You're still reflecting. You're still looking to see the answers, to find the answers within. And the water for me, because it's not too rough and it's not flat, this is the healing stage. It's not as painful as it has been, but your Spirit's just asking you just to be. I also feel you may be having a lot of dreams at the moment, so do listen to your dreams. They are that whisper of your soul coming through in that quiet of night when you can hear. Going forward, we have advice from Spirit, and it is the 2 of Wands. So the 2 of Wands is about making a decision. So Spirit's telling you there is a decision that you do need to make at some stage, or maybe you're making right now. Now, it is a decision that is very important to you, you're very passionate about, and it's something that you can just feel, you sort of know instinctively with the glow of that ball, you kind of know, you feel it. But what Spirit is saying to you, take your time with this decision. Go within, ask yourself how you feel, not how you think about it, but how you feel about it. Because God comes through to us in our feelings. And our feelings are the most extraordinary thing because they are our guiding tool. So look at how you're feeling, the feelings behind the feeling, and trust in that. And it will be a balanced decision if you come from that place of soul rather than that fear mind when you're making that decision. What's surrounding you and is coming in for you is the Knight of Wands. And so I feel this knight has something to say to you. He's a bit nervous. He's gone through this sort of dark night on the soul, but I think he's had clarity. Well, I know he's had clarity. That lightning represents that sudden realization, that those receiving thoughts that you get when it all makes sense. He wants to speak. He has his sword of truth and he has the blue cloak. Blue represents your throat chakra. He wants to speak. And, you know, with the dragon there, he's tapped into his soul, his psychic nature, his inner thoughts. And he's starting to allow himself to view the world from outside of that, what he's been conditioned or she's been conditioned to look at. He's suddenly beginning to see things and understand the magic of it all. Anyway, he wants to come in and talk. And the sort of outcome card, which is the sort of possible outcome card, which I do love to see here, is the 7 of Wands. And why I love this card, this particular card, is you see behind, you've again got all the guides around you. So whatever decision you decide to make, Spirit is right there applauding you and saying, well done, darling. And I think this decision is also based, you see the white rose that's fallen there. That white rose is sort of representative of putting down things that don't serve you anymore, those sort of other desires that are not soul-led. And I feel that whatever decision you make, whether it is to be, it doesn't matter, to be with or without, whatever decision you're looking to make, Spirit is going to say, well done. because you're doing it from a place of truth, and you're doing it from a place of passion, and you're doing it from a place of self-love, and you're not concerned about what anybody else may think. So again, well done, darling. It was a lovely reading, Virgo, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.